Hey everybody, Jack from Nutshell here, and today we're going to talk about content that ranks on search engines, aka SEO content. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and if it sounds fancy or complicated, it's not. It's really just the practice of making stuff that search engines can understand. Search engines don't engage with content the same way people do. They use robots called crawlers to scan each piece of content and look for SEO indicators like keywords and so on. And if it's done correctly, optimizing for search engines won't affect the quality of your actual content, like readability or helpfulness. Because at the end of the day, you're still making content for humans. Google crawly bots aren't your customers. People are. So today we'll cover the top optimizations that can be made in order to get your stuff ranking on search engines. And if you're looking for a more comprehensive guide, we've written one and have linked to it in the description, so check that out. Here's the top 10 SEO optimizations to make your content rank, starting with headings. Headings are the titles varying in size at the beginning of pages, sections, and paragraphs. For SEO and content quality purposes, search engines scan a page's headings to determine that 1. The keyword and related words are found in the page's main headings, 2. The page's subheadings reflect the main headings, and 3. The page's content, aka the paragraph text, reflects the subheadings, like a big ol' SEO tree. Basically what this means is that the headings should concisely follow the key phrase, and the paragraphs should broadly follow the key phrase and its related phrases. 2, or a tie for number 1, keywords. Keywords should be in the title, some of the headings, and most of the paragraphs. Don't worry though, if your writing is concise and your topic research was done well, your final copy will have a solid keyword distribution. Let that sink in for a second. Basically what I'm saying is that if you do your research and write a good article, you really don't have to worry about keywords. Your article might already be good enough to rank. But whatever your approach, it should be clear to the Google bots what the post is about. 3. Relevant topics. Okay, pretend your post is about stadiums. If your content thematically covers topics like computers, skateboards, and coffee, it's going to rank worse than content that talks about seating, football, and overpriced hot dogs. For all intents and purposes, you can think of search engine crawly bots as thesaurus checkers, because that's basically what they do. They look for algorithmic similarities between your keywords and themes and topics and stuff. Their algorithms are huge and complicated, but their goal is pretty straightforward. Number 4, content quality. There are no two ways about it. Your content needs to be good. This means you should be publishing original, novel insights, things people haven't heard before, on topics that you're passionate about. It's not really advisable or possible to try to spoof your way onto the front page of search engines by stuffing your page with SEO and keywords. And remember, if your content isn't genuine and compelling, your audience won't grow. 5. Alt tags. These are invisible bits of data associated with web images that tell search engines what's going on in the picture. Image alt tags that match the topic and keywords let search engines know that even the photos on the page are relevant, thus boosting its SEO value. And alt tags are also read aloud to visually impaired users via their web browsers, making them an important accessibility feature as well. Be sure to include alt tags on any photos that you're using in your SEO content. 6. External links. External links are links from your content to other domains. When linking out, you get SEO points for linking to domains with content similar to the topic that you're writing about. The actual text you use to transform into a hyperlink is known as the anchor text. You get bonus points if the anchor text contextually matches the content on the page you're linking to. You get fewer points if your anchor text is random. 7. Internal links. I'll give you 1 second to guess what these are. Internal links are literally just hyperlinks to other pages on your own website. As with external links, make sure the anchor text matches the topic of the page you're linking to. Remember, your content should have a good mix of internal and external links. 8. Mobile-Friendliness. Depending on your organization, you may need to talk to a web developer about this, but basically mobile pages should be optimized to fit a mobile device with pictures and text that scale appropriately. Sometimes mobile layouts are entirely different from web layouts, and that's okay. There are 2 different platforms and content is consumed differently on each one. One of the big things to look for is whether or not your page has horizontal scrolling on mobile. A good rule of thumb is that all mobile web pages shouldn't scroll from side to side, as that makes it harder for the average user to navigate smoothly. Think streamlined, like a social media app. And I guess it's worth saying that mobile optimization is kind of its own thing, in the sense that there are a lot of little intricacies that take lots of specialization to truly master. More stuff than I can cover in this video, so let's move on. 9. Page loading speed. This is a big one because it reflects a larger usability issue. 7% of website visitors bounce after 1 second of page loading time, 11% bounce after 3 seconds, and 38% bounce after 5 seconds. So not only is a poorly optimized piece of content cutting its own traffic by huge percentages, but the search engines also give the content less visibility because of that. It's kind of a self-defeating cycle because search engines dock you for having slow load times, and even if users still find your content, they bounce because of the slow load speeds, and then search engines think the content is bad, which docks you even more. It's just a nightmare. And that brings us to the last point, which is also the best point? I don't know, it's my favorite point, and that's page authority. Page authority is a network-based ranking system that search engines use to determine how much visibility your web page gets. It's actually not that complicated. Your page, for example, gets a page authority score that is approximately equal to the average score of the sites that link to you. In dummy terms, if your site is linked to by 2 sites, one has a score of 50 and the other has a score of 60, your page authority score will be around 55. A couple curveballs though. For one, your page authority is also influenced by your website's domain authority. This is something I could talk about for hours, but suffice to say, domain authority is basically like page authority, but for your entire website rather than just one web page. And the other thing is that page authority isn't a straightforward computation. Thousands of links from sites with an authority of 40 are better than one link from a site with an authority of 50, for instance. So that's it, the top 10 easiest, bangiest for your buck SEO tips that can make your content rank on search engines. For more, be sure to check out the guide in the description below. No catch, it's literally just a blog post. And again, I'm Jack Vierek from Nutshell, and thank you for watching.